Hello and welcome to another episode of our Transport Fever 2 playthrough with the Chicago and Northwestern theme. This is episode 11, and we are deeper into the playthrough here. It's 1980, as you can see on the bottom right corner of the screen. You can see we've got superliners now for these are our Dakota and our Dakota 400 routes. It makes sense to have them on here because, this is our most western passenger route. But that's not our main focus for today. Our main focus for today is on trying to fix some existing industries and also build some new freight routes. So, for example, take this giant icon sitting here because we have way too much slag waiting to be picked up. So I already got a new train ready um, to help this out. I also upgraded the motive power to a couple SD40-2s, and you can see I'm putting a little bit of foreign power on the lines here, which was common on real railroads, right? You'd have some other railroads locomotives get used. If you had cross-referencing, you got a Conrail locomotive here, but that should hopefully help take some pressure off of this line. I also realized there was another issue over here. Remember at the close of the last episode, we talked about, trying to figure out how to get this production up. And I realized what the issue was. The issue was this was not shipping its maximum anymore. And I looked at why, and it's because it only is identifying that the oil refinery needs 786. And the reason why is because, remember, we also linked up this refinery. And so it's balancing the load. Now, it's a net gain, right? Because the maximum a single well can give is 1,200. This is providing over 1,500. However, because I only put one train on this line, we were only ever sending 41% of the produced oil from this one. So I double tracked this, turned it, instead of just being a small branch line, double tracked it, and I put a second train on the line. But now that I'm thinking about it, I'm going to make these a little bit longer, and that's simply because we have the station length and we have quite the backup of oil. So the good news is, hopefully, once those additional trains go on, they'll help with that. The third one that I added another train for are for these for the sand, for the construction materials, because we're sitting in a similar situation. But again, the main goal is to work on. There's one more that I caught, but I haven't fixed yet, and that's this one. This is also producing about 200 under what it could be. Now, it doesn't have a ton stored, which means that it's a supply issue, right? And this guy is maxed out, and this guy is maxed out. So we need to get a third. We need to get a third one there, is basically what this means. So let's do that real fast. Okay, so let's upgrade this just to get some better top speed here. Now, how we're going to do this, we only need a drop off. So we'll just do kind of a loop around like this. Yeah, top speed of 50, that'll work for this. I'm going to be lazy partially to save some time, and I'm not going to try and get cute with our entrances and exits. So let's go ahead and make this. I might need to waypoint this though. Yeah, I will. Okay. The turnaround takes for forever, so let's go ahead and add a waypoint. We'll add that in right there. We're going to call this Springfield Grain 3 because it is our third farm feeding into this. And then how are we going to get trucks there? Oh, you know what? It'll take a while, but gets the job done. I actually don't think I want the semis because the downside is they have a loading speed of 2. So I could use dump trucks with slightly less capacity, but with double the loading speed. So let's do that. And I'm going to go ahead and throw a bunch of trucks on the line because I want to be able to get this going and then ignore it for a while. Okay, those are coming online. Good deal. So, two main things we need to do. Again, our goal with this playthrough is to get every city online in a way that they've got passenger access and both of their item needs are being met. So, Hartford, both of their items are being met. We're trying to get more of that, right? But Clearwater only has food, no fuel, and Philly only has food, no machines. My goodness, are we going to need to do... No, it's pretty balanced. Pretty balanced demand. Okay. Which train is this? I did do one quick thing. I added a new asset. I put a couple Amtrak GG1s on here. It just looks cool. And Amtrak did run some of the old GG1s for a while because they were pretty reliable locomotives. Okay, but we're getting distracted. Let's focus. So we have an easy way to get fuel. We have a fuel refinery right here, and it's a little ways away, but we do have oil sands right here. And what we can do is simply retool this branch line a little bit, relocate the station here, let it be a pass-through, and then this branch line, we can extend it, have part of it continue up, and then drop off. Or we could even just have another spot right here and have it drop the fuel off. Well, no, we can't do that because we got to get it all the way up here. So yeah, so we'll need to have a little bit of a junction. We'll have to have it probably bridge. We'll have it bridge over the high-speed line. We don't want to interfere with that. And then we'll put a station right here. So let's go ahead and start with that. Let's go ahead and get a station on the line. And we do want a catenary because, again, this is our Conrail route, so we could electrify this corridor potentially. No, but we said this is an extension of the branch line, so no, this is not. This is dieselized only. Okay, so we'll put it right there. It has captured the refinery, which means we're good to go. All right, let's go ahead and pause this for just a second before that train gets there. I'm going to do this, and it's going to yell at me for just a brief moment. I'm going to turn this here like this. In fact, I'm going to do that. Yep. And then what we'll do is we will turn okay, yeah, they just pushed it back. Good. So then what we'll do is we will turn it this way. And these will be the through tracks on this line. But then we'll give this a chance to come over like this. Now, do I have enough room to even have this? I'm getting a little greedy. I think I can fit. Oh, I can. That is perfect. Okay, and I forgot we're just capping this. There we go. Now we're the same kind of track. Okay, let's go ahead and signalize here. We'll go ahead and, because they're going to be coming out this way, or potentially this way, but we need the signals for when they're leaving. And actually, let's even do this. We're going to put the signal right here before they merge onto the line, is what we're going to do. And we'll put a set of signals right there, and then we're good to go as far as that branch is concerned. Now let's make sure that it's got it properly reset. It has. Let's go ahead and move that to... Yeah, I like that. That way it's just a straight shot back out. Okay, and it is flowing. Good deal. Okay, now it's just a matter of having a straight shot. I don't know why I keep pausing it, because the work we're doing is not disrupting any of our existing work. Okay. This one can be a much smaller station. I still want the 320 just because of length of trains we're going to send. We're into the 80s. We're about to get some freight car upgrades, especially. That's going to make us want to have, we're going to be able to run larger trains, bigger consists. Okay, so we got that lined up. And let's get our other track. We're going to do some terrain adjustments. That is quite a cut in the terrain. And then quite the embankment to keep it going. Okay. It's going to be, there we go. Okay. Alrighty. Let's signalize. Now, technically we have a depot we can use, but we have the new asset because we're far enough along in the timeline. So I'm going to go ahead and deploy it because I've never used this one before, but it's like a modern looking depot. Oh, it's got 2 tracks. That's cool. Yeah, I mean, it's a little European for my taste, but it was willing to try it out. There's, you can't be picky when you have some of your asset needs. Okay, so this part of the line is ready, but remember we also have to extend this through. Now, did it work properly? No. Let's kill these 2 signals. Okay, we're going to have to pause here, is what this is telling me. And reorient this just a smidge. Okay. So, this carries through, this carries through. Construction not possible. There we go. Okay, so let's signalize right here. Good deal. And then we need to fix that signal to be right there. Okay, so now we can finish doing this, but we will need to bridge over this highway. I'm actually kind of cool with this. This will be okay. This is an industrial line that has an old kind of industrial gritty feel to it. I'm totally down. Okay. Now I don't want to have this be a bridge the whole way, so we will briefly dip down. How close can we get? Too much slope. So let's... There we go. Now, we've got our station right here. Can we go a little bit lower? No. Almost. Dang it. I don't want this bridge to be very large. Okay, that's the lowest it'll let us go. Still above catenary, which means we have enough height clearance. Okay, so this is going to come up like that. And then it's going to come down like that. Can we get even closer? I would love to see as little of bridge as possible is kind of where I'm at with this. So let's... Yeah, that looks a little bit cleaner. Okay. I dig it. And I'm going to build this up and over. Okay. And down we go. Now we'll need to do a switchback right here. Ah, I must have clicked on a weird node. There we go. Oh, come on. I had it. No, I had it. There we go. Okay, let's signalize here. Cover our bases for if it leaves either. And now you can just cover normal lengths. Ideally, no signals on the bridge. And then we'll do one more right before the start of this bridge. We'll do one right here. Do another one right here, and then we are back to this. So then let's go ahead and get this online. Now we're going to be dealing with some high volume stuff, so I am going to definitely want to make sure that we get this in good shape. We also want to ditch those winding country roads. In fact, I'm going to go higher capacity even. I want to angle it this way in case we have future rail development up. I don't know why, but just in case, cover our bases. Alright, now. I feel bad destroying this forest, but this is really the ideal spot to put this. Let's give this a modern concrete bridge here. And let us connect. Oh, I'm still on. Need to have some curves. There we go. And let's lower it down. There we go. Okay. And then we're going to do the same thing. Oh, or not. There we go. Nice and smooth. Alright, let's configure this bad boy. Okay, and then we're going to make this orange, because it's our fuel line. We need to figure out where we're going to put our truck stop. Ooh, look at, nice and concentrated right here. I think I'm going to put it right there. So this is Clearwater fuel, and we're going to add a station right here, but then we are definitely going to need what does that do? Perfect. We lose some buildings, they'll build back up. Not worried about that in the slightest. Is this my road depot? It is. Let's get some fuel trucks on the line. I'm going to go ahead and add 8 just to cover our bases here. Clearwater fuel. Okay, so we got our delivery route online. This is sitting here. And let's go ahead and build our train route. Give this a brown. We're going to call this Clearwater Oil Sands. Okay, now, for now we'll just do one train, but we will eventually need to do more than that. What have we got for, okay, so it is 1980, which means that there is no more Penn Central. It is now Conrail. The government has stepped in and has taken over. It was Penn Central and a few other railroads. Do I have any Conrail assets yet? Yes, I do. Okay. Yeah, we can still use like Penn Central and New York Central. I mean, they certainly did not paint everything right away. And we can use some foreign power too if we want to. Those F-45s don't really fit East Coast though. GP4 chassis system we could certainly do. That's another East Coast option here. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Let's get some Alcos on the line. And let's get chassis system going as well. Now, cargo wise, all we're doing is running oil sands. We're not bringing anything back, so we can just do straight flat cars. 216, we're still sitting good. And we are online. Now, does this... Oh, you bet it does. Okay. But it's only showing... Again, this is going to take a while to get online. Right now, it's only showing it needs 200. And until it gets resources, this won't identify any consumers just yet. Okay, so the other one that we're going to need to bring online is going to be a little bit more complicated because, you know, basically we just ran one product up here. It's right by the city. We're good to go. Now the other one that we're going to do is also up, you know, right by the city, right? It's this machines factory right here. But the dilemma is obviously this takes two relatively complex things to work. So we do have a silver ore mine right here. And then we do have a silver mill right here. So we do have a straight shot for that. And then, you know, the other thing that we can do is we can, you know, we've connected the Northwestern over to Conrail with passenger service, but not yet with freight. So what we can do is we can build a station right here and then run over to this steel mill, right? This steel mill can come up, access the main line, swoop down past the plastics route over to right here. And this steel mill has, you know, really close access in terms of coal. And then we've got ore right up here as well. And we've also got, I think we have another ore. Yeah, we have another ore, one located right there. And I mean, we've got, you know, 2 coal right here. We're in really, really good shape. So let's go ahead and get this online first, then we'll worry about the silver, and then we'll get machines, and then that'll be where we wrap up for today. So, first things first, we do want to preserve some road access. This is so close, you know, it really would be ideal, and this is another spot we can really make good use of the dump trucks. We can easily build a dump truck line and get coal straight here. Or, you know, we can bring up, that's no big deal. That's an easy short haul over, and we'll be good to go there. So let's go ahead and build our cargo station. We're going to make this a 4-track one just because, especially if we want to connect future mines here, you know, we want to have lots of tracks to make that possible. But then let's go ahead and delay doing any more rail work for a moment, and let's go ahead and get this online. Okay, how can we do this in a way that's much smoother? Perfect, okay. And just like the other one, we want to go ahead and make sure we do this properly just because of the volume we're dealing with. Because you've seen on our rail routes how quickly, that these things can pump out their raw materials. We don't want to lose any. Can we upgrade here? You bet we can. Hello? Oh, we're auto-saving. Okay. Perfect. And right there. I don't think there's any. I don't think we're ever going to be in a situation where we pick things up. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll just do a truck unload stop right here. And we'll go ahead as well and we'll build an internal. We won't connect it to another road depot. We'll just put it here. Oof, that terrain difference is stark. We'll put it right there. Okay. This is coal, so let's do a dark color there. And yeah, we'll call this Springfield is the closest city, so we'll call it the Springfield coal line. There we go, and then yeah, definitely we'll do the dump trucks here for that. Flatbeds, yeah, 3 times loading speed, nope, not worth it. So we're gonna go ahead and let's do 18 of these bad boys. And we're on Springfield. Boom. Okay, cranking those out. Next up, let's have these right tracks be where our raw materials come into. And we'll just do a diamond interchange. Yep, we'll just do a diamond interchange right there. I'm going to build it like this, that way we can build. We'll just do a 1-track one for now. Don't see a reason to extend it, but you never know. I didn't realize we needed to build a tunnel there. Oh well, okay. And let's actually truly branch line this sucker. So we're just going to do a couple passing sidings on each side of the diamond interchange. Yeah, like we'll do, you know, this one we can lead in, but otherwise... What are we doing? I'm really not clicking on the right nodes this time. Here, there we go. I'm going to do that just in case we do connect this to other mines. But for now... we're just going to do that. And then signalize right here for when it goes to leave. that online. Obviously, we want to put one right here for the interchange. Same thing here. Same thing here. Oops. And we want to have, let's see. Yeah, we want to have it coming in right here. So when it leaves, it does that. Okay. Let's go ahead and add that. And how's this looking? We're going to send you to track 1. Springfield ore. And let's go ahead and just cover our bases. Wasn't a fan of that modern depot. We're going to keep it old school. Okay. Now let's make this a big beast. We're going to put 2 SD40-2s on here. And we don't have our modern gondolas yet, so we're just going to have to really push that out. That looks good. And this is Springfield ore. Okay. So that's online. Okay, it's recognized the steel mill as a target. Okay. Now, this should be pretty easy, actually. Whoa, what are we doing? There we go. This should be pretty easy, actually, to just kind of slide in right here. I'll have to see once this train passes where I branch that off, because I want to keep it consistent. Right here, okay. And then we just do that. Alright, so let's signalize here. Want to make sure. Yep. Definitely want to make sure. Give this a chance to reverse. Okay, and we'll do one like right here. Okay, if we put that right here, my fear is if we put a signal right here, it could potentially stop the train on the interchange and then crowd all of this. So that's why I was being a little bit hesitant there. Okay, so this will be able to come up, and this will be a little bit congested, but we'll make do with it. Swing up and down here, and then I think we'll just have this split off and then just come around right here. So what we'll do, yep, we're just going to come around like this. You know what, I'm actually okay. We don't need a bridge over this. There's going to be so few of these trains running through, it's not going to be a big deal. And I just don't want to have a bridge so close when we're also having to go across the river here. Okay, now Want to make sure we are high enough for ships to pass through, should we want to do any of that in the future. Looks like we are. Now we might have to back this up. Yep, give ourselves a chance to get some more height. Okay. Now again, same thing. Okay, let's do this. Relocate that because I need to be able to push this out so that way it still serves that station but gives our trains enough time to pass through like that. Okay, good deal. So let's gets the job done. Oops. Switch over back to track construction. Okay. And I think for now I am going to be okay with just single tracking this because again for now I anticipate only sending one train down this distance. So there's really no need for me to do anything else with this because of that. Just put in a few protections there. Okay, so now we're going to make a new line and give this a gray color, and we're going to put it there. It's going to come up, over, and down, exactly like we wanted. Now what track is it going to start on? Yeah, I like that. Okay. Springfield, Philly, Steel. Okay. And kind of the same thing, since we're going to long haul this sucker, we want to throw a couple powerful engines on it. We don't want to mess around with that at all. Let's imagine they're throwing an old Penn Central unit on there just for good measure. And then cargo, we're transporting steel. Yeah. It's fun to use these. Slightly smaller capacity, better loading speed, better top speed. So we'll have a little fun with it. Okay, so Springfield, Philly, Steel. Done. Now this is sitting here with plenty of, oh okay, hasn't gotten into our shipment yet, that's what it's waiting for. And this guy is trudging up that hill, so that'll be coming pretty soon. Alright, now we just got to figure out how the heck we want to get our silver up to here. So I think we want to build our station like this, angle it that way, and we're going to connect to the existing freight line that we already have. Uh-oh. What's the problem? Oh. Yeah, let's go send you back to the depot. Alright, let's fix this real fast. It'd help if I actually established a proper connection. Okay, so now let's assign it that route again. And now we're good to go. Okay, so we need to get... Alright, I'm just going to pop this up for just a second. What holds silver bars? Okay, silver ore. Ooh, do our mill gondolas solve this problem for us? They do. Okay. So we can truck them this way. How many do we have working on this line? Plenty. Okay. They're just all stuck behind this guy. Got it. There's reinforcements right there. I don't necessarily want to truck through Philadelphia. It's going to produce some major traffic problems. So we might just split off. Yeah, we're going to split off a line here. Yep, we're just going to split off a line there. That's what we're going to do. Okay. Alright, let's get our catenary on, because this is our main line. Oh, we got our signal right there. That's what it's saying, we have a collision. Okay. You know, I'm not even we're gonna have this highway bridge over the railroad eventually, so I am just gonna do that, and they're gonna have to deal with it because the traffic's already terrible. Okay. And we will extend. Make sure we got that electrified. We do. Ooh, new the Phase 3 amphileets. Good deal. Because, oh yeah, it's 1981. Alright. Oops, let's fix that. Okay. So, we're good here. We do need to build a quick switch out. And then let's go ahead and throw in some signals. Okay, so then we're going to pass through here, go up this line, make a branch here, okay. Actually, I don't like that angle at all. Let's fix that. Yeah, that's going to be a much better angle for what we're trying to do. And it still serves. So this is going to be kind of a major interchange here where you have two different lines branch off of this main corridor here. Connect that up. and actually have this briefly, let's just have it run parallel to our passenger lanes for a little bit. Why the heck not? Okay, so I've got the line all laid out now. So yeah, we've got it laid down. It's going to tunnel, come up through on this side, and then join here. I added some 4-track signal bridges to help keep everything kind of nice and organized where it links up, and then it comes down here. So let's go ahead and make the route. So the route's going to start here. And silver. So the route's going to start there. It's going to come down, drop off the raw silver, pick up any silver bars. Then it's going to drop off there and restart the route. So we'll call this Clearwater Philly Silver. Now, we've got this and one more thing to do, and then we should be at a good pausing point for our run for today. So let's go ahead and run a couple Conrail Alcos. And we're going to use our mill gondolas because they carry silver bars and silver ore. And alright, it has come online. The last thing we need to do before I'm going to let it run, and then we'll do a time jump, is we obviously need to then get a route into Philly. So let's go ahead and do just that. I'm sure we'll have to rebuild this later, but for now, we just need to get this thing there as fast as humanly possible. And in fact, let's do this. Keep my bus lane. Ooh, but I can't do the bus lane there. That's okay. Okay. Ooh, these machines are kind of scattered. Yuck. Like they're interspersed. That's kind of a bugbear, isn't it? Let's go here for now. And expand. Let's see, we're coming in this way. Coming out that way. Okay. We're going to build our truck station. Alright. Let's configure this. Okay, now let's make sure this is, yep, they're both lit up. This is lit up. We're all happy campers. until our autosave finishes. The suspense. Okay, it looks like it's going to come through here. I want to waypoint force this to come up this way. Much cleaner. Okay, so that's good to go there. We just need to get some vehicles. That's my tram depot. Here's my road depot. And let's do 6. Oh, I don't think I named it. Nope, I did not. Philly machines. Okay, so that's supplying. We're good. So let's fast forward, see how this goes, and then we'll wrap things up. Alright, it has taken a little bit of time just because of the distance of the routes involved, but we finally have our services online. You can see the steel train coming across the bridge here towards Philly. And you can see we are producing. We need to catch up a little bit on our silver versus our steel, and that just kind of makes sense given the length that the silver has to go down the line, then back up, to here. But we are producing, and it is starting to have an effect. You can see Philly. I did some road work, that's why you see a weird dip in the commercial, but you can see this uptick then in industrial. Population is now able to get up to 1,500. It's going to be expanding. The issue now is we're going to need to build out some roads, give it space, to expand. But Philly's expanding. And then down here, Clearwater also is growing. You can see again that spike in industrial jobs now that it's getting the fuel going. You notice we have a backlog now and the shipment's kind of stalled out. We're going to have the same problem. We need to find a use for that sand, which we can use right over here and ship some construction materials over to another part of the map. So we've got that going for us. So these are online and they're getting their job done. I did catch an error that I fixed, and that was that this station was not actually connected to any of the bus routes. The closest bus station was over here, and it wasn't close enough to capture it. So I moved the bus station over here, and you can see the impact already that it's having on ridership. So that will hopefully help things out. You can see we're producing a good amount of silver bars. We just have those trains that have to traverse the line. We have even more ridership going on here. You can see, so we were losing quite a bit of money because one of our stations just wasn't serving any passengers. That's all starting to increase. As you can see, we're pushing towards maximum. We might need a third train on the line just because of how much silver we're dealing with here. And then you can see the impact it's having up here. Folks are getting up here and then they're wanting to transfer over to the Cape Shelley. Now we've also accomplished our other goal here. If you look, we are now at max production. So that's a huge increase from where we were. You can see the impact it's had on Hartford. Hartford's got a problem though. It wants to get up to 2,700, but it's struggling to figure out where to expand. It's kind of boxed in down here by the fuel refinery. It's boxed in by this freight route here, by this up here. It's really starting to reach its limits. So we're going to have to potentially do some creative road work here to help out with that. A little bit, maybe even extend and put the roundabout over here on this side to free up this whole quadrant right here. We'll see. But it's also benefited over here. Holy guacamoles, look at that. Jeez, we're going to have to deal with our passenger capacity here in a little bit, I think. Miramar has definitely exploded, right? It's up to 2,200, again, because it's actually getting the fuel that it needs. And that brings us to our last one, which is, this is also nearing its maximum production. And again, you're seeing the impact of that here in Springfield. And then also down there, you saw it already in Miramar. So we're in good shape. I did upgrade all of these to trucks to help deal with the increased food coming through. And I actually had to put a third ship on the line. But we're in good shape. The next target here for our focus, we have a few other routes we need to improve, but we got to get some tools to Billings, we got to get Flint online, and then once we do that, we've got pretty much just Memphis, St. Louis. You got this middle quadrant here with Manchester, St. Louis, Costa Mesa, and then down here Sacramento, and then that's it. We'll have all of our cities online, and we'll be near our goals. So thanks for tuning in. Make sure you hit like and subscribe, and we'll see what the 80s brings us next episode. Thanks, everybody.